how I make profit using this liquidity strategy. Look at this trade. Price is moving exactly where I want it to. But what makes this setup interesting is not the profit you're seeing here. It's how I got into this trade in the first place. And actually, I've already explained the strategy behind this setup in one of my older videos. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably already know what I'm talking about here. But this time, I'm taking that same idea and showing you how I actually use it to find and manage a trade. Because normally, when price starts recovering like this, you would expect me to look for an order block, a fair value gap, or some other confirmation. But I didn't. I marked one level, waited for something very specific, and took the trade. And even after getting into profit, I'm still not using a normal fixed target. So what exactly am I watching while this trade is moving? Let's break it down. Let's start from the 15-minute chart. At this point, price is clearly bearish, but now we can see price recovering back toward the buy side. And on the upper side, I already have my supply zone marked. If you've watched my older videos, you've probably seen me use this same type of setup before. So I'm not looking at this recovery and immediately thinking about taking a buy. I already know where price is coming from, and I already know the area where I expect this move to reach. But before I even think about the entry, there's something developing inside this move that I need to pay attention to. And that next level is where the setup starts getting interesting. Now, before price reaches my supply zone, I mark this level here. I treat this line as a level that can work as inducement or resistance. And this is important because I'm not interested in buying simply because price is recovering. I want to see what price does with this level first. If price comes here and gets rejected, then for me, nothing has changed. I'm not forcing a trade just because the market is moving upward. But if price can actually break through this level, then the situation starts to change. And this is where many traders make the mistake. They see the recovery and enter before the level has even proved anything. So the question is, what happens when price finally reaches this level? Now price finally reaches the level I was waiting for. And this is the part where I make my decision. I'm not entering just because price touched the level. I'm waiting for price to actually break through it. Once that happens on the 15-minute chart, I have the confirmation that this level is no longer holding price back. And notice, I still haven't marked an order block, a fair value gap, or another confirmation area. That's intentional. The break itself is what I was waiting for. But I'm still not entering from here. There's one more thing I need to see before I take this trade. And this is where I move down to the 1-minute chart. Now I move down to the 1-minute chart, and this is where I'm looking for the actual execution. You can see this strong bullish candle pushing through the same level I marked on the higher time frame. This is important because I'm not trying to predict the move before it happens. I waited for the higher time frame level to break, and then I came down here to see how price is actually moving. Once I get this strong bullish break, I take my buy entry, and my stop loss goes below this big bullish candle. But now the trade is active, and this is where my actual trade management begins. Now I'm already inside the trade, and this is where the real strategy starts. Up until this point, I was only waiting for the right conditions to get into the trade. But once I'm in, my job completely changes. I'm no longer looking for another entry. Now I'm watching how price behaves as it moves toward the upper side. And from here, I start marking the important levels that price creates along the way. These levels are what I use to decide whether I should continue holding this trade or whether something is starting to change. And this is the part most traders completely ignore after they enter. Now, as price continues moving in my direction, I start marking the new structure that is forming. I'm not marking these levels randomly. I want to keep track of how price is developing while I'm already in the position. As each new level forms, I mark it on the chart and keep updating it as price moves. Because I don't want to manage this trade based on emotion or simply watch the profit number going up and down, I want the price structure itself to tell me what is happening. And once these levels start forming, they give me a much clearer way to judge whether this bullish move is actually continuing. Now, as price continues moving in my direction, I start marking every new equal high that forms. You can see I'm not just watching the candles move, I'm continuously updating these levels as the trade develops. For now, I'm simply keeping track of where these equal highs are forming. I'm not going to explain what each one means just yet, because the important part comes when price finally interacts with one of these levels, and that reaction is what starts telling me something about the trade. Now I'm also marking the important lower level that price is creating underneath this move. Just like the equal highs, I'm going to keep this level visible while the trade continues. I'm not using it to make a decision yet. I'm simply tracking what price is building on both sides as it moves forward. So now I have these levels marked, the highs above and this lower level underneath. And from here, the way price reacts to these levels is going to tell me whether this move is still behaving the way I want. Now comes the important part. These equal highs are not just markings that I'm putting on the chart for no reason. As price reaches one of these levels, I'm watching one thing very carefully. Does price break it or not? If price breaks that equal high, it means price has successfully pushed through the previous high again. That is the bullish behavior I want to see while I'm holding this buy trade. But if price reaches the equal high and gets rejected instead of breaking it, I take that differently. I don't immediately close the trade just because of one rejection, but I do treat it as a warning. Because if buyers cannot continue breaking these highs, something may be changing in the move, and now I start paying much more attention to that lower level I marked earlier. Now this lower level becomes important. Remember, I'm already in a buy trade, so I need to know when the bullish movement is no longer holding its structure. If price continues to respect this level, I have no reason to panic. But if price comes down and breaks this lower level, that changes everything. Because now the bullish structure is being damaged and a bearish move can start developing. And for me, this is no longer something I want to ignore. This is the point where the trade can start moving against me, and if that bearish movement continues, I can lose this trade. So I'm not just watching where the price reaches the highs anymore. I'm also watching what happens underneath them. Now, as price continues moving toward the target, I keep updating these levels. I'm not marking something once and then leaving it there for the rest of the trade. Every time price creates a new important high or low, I adjust my markings and keep tracking the latest structure. So the trade is being managed while price is moving, not after everything has already happened. If the bullish structure continues, I continue holding. If price starts showing the warning signs we just discussed, I already know what I need to watch. This is how I keep moving my trade management forward with the market, instead of trying to predict every candle. Now watch what happens here. Price comes back toward the high, but this time it fails to break it. Instead of creating a new higher high, price gets rejected and starts moving back down. And this is something I pay very close attention to, because when price was breaking the previous highs, everything was moving in my favor. But now, it has failed to continue that behavior. So I'm not taking profit here, and I'm not immediately closing the trade either. I simply recognize that the market has given me a warning. So that's how I make profit using this liquidity strategy. I'm not entering just because price is moving in one direction, and I'm not managing the trade by blindly waiting for a fixed target. I wait for the right break, take the entry, and then let the structure price creates tell me how the trade is developing. If this video helped you understand the idea, make sure you watch my older videos as well, because this strategy is connected to concepts I've already explained there. And if you want more advanced SMC and price action breakdowns like this, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.